In the Kursk region, the Russians have fully regained the initiative. They have managed to fully capture the town of Makhnovka, south of Sutsha. Then they are now within just a few kilometers from the center of Sutsha, approximately 2.2 kilometers from the front line area to the center of Sutsha. The Russians are less than a kilometer from the center of Samutse, following which they can cross over the river line and start the fighting over Sutsha, which will cut off the main highway going between the Sumy region and the front line in the northeastern section of the Ukrainian Kursk incursion. At the same time, it also allowed Russians to push towards the intersection here southwest of Sutsha, which connects all of the roads that the Ukrainians have to resupply through in the Kursk region. That means if the Russians capture this intersection here, then the Ukrainian grouping north of this will all be encircled, and the Ukrainian Kursk incursion would meet its end. Therefore, what we're currently seeing is that the Russians are launching a general offensive in the northern direction to push the Ukrainian forces back towards Sutsha, while at the same time they are attacking Sutsha from the southern direction within just 2 kilometers of the city center and 3 kilometers of cutting off the final road in and out of the Ukrainian Kursk incursion. The Russian forces have managed to recapture Berdin and Novosonvitsky, where they've managed to push the Ukrainians out of the settlements and are fighting over the forest lines and forest patches south of them. This means that the Ukrainian offensive that was launched just a few days ago has already failed to achieve their first objectives and have been pushed back from it, while the convoys that they launched, several convoys which had geolocated footage and a lot of footage really of several convoys being launched to drop off infantry and launch attacks on the Russian forces, they have all been destroyed, the ones that were attacking, similar to the Ukrainian summer offensive of 2023. The Russians have also managed to recapture some territories southwest of Ruskoe Porishnoe as they push into the settlement of Kositsa. They are also fighting within Cherkaskoe Porishnoe, and to the northwest they have also managed to capture some forest lines and fields south of Naidenov as the Russians continue offensive operations down towards Sutsha from the northern direction. The Russians are also slowly closing the pocket northwest of Saraya Storishina, where they have managed to capture some forest patches